hold my guitar the way that you saw me holding it in every picture in the videos. I held this guitar this way, the way you're supposed to. This hand goes here, this hand goes here. And why in the world would this hand, with no explanation, why would I develop muscle spasms that would cause my pinky and index finger to hide behind the neck of the guitar, leaving just 2 fingers to try to do all the work? And it wasn't until I got up the courage to go to a neurologist. Who wants to go to a neurologist? I mean, the brain is not very sexy looking. It just isn't. And usually when there's something wrong there, there's no way to fix it. So, but it took me a long time to get to the point where I went to a neurologist and she looked at me and she said, Billy, you've got focal musician's hand dystonia. And you can't buy a plane ticket to dystonia. It's in between your ears. It's where your mom predicted. But it's not going to get better. You're broken, Billy. We don't really have any therapies. We'll talk about what is available at this point. But at the point that I was diagnosed, there really wasn't anything. She just looked at me and said, you better think about what you're going to do with the rest of your life. And I wasn't in my 20s. I was in my late 30s, early 40s when this happened. And it took me a long time to get my head around, well, I'm passionate. What worked yesterday isn't going to work for me today. Clearly, what worked yesterday is not going to work for me today. What am I going to do? Take a first step, right? Okay, I'm sucking you in now. Because of the term in the middle. I better stop talking and play something, right? And I better explain what the video doesn't explain, which is how in the heck did Billy get his music back? Well, I had to admit that my life had been turned upside down, and the only way I was going to move forward was to let go of the idea that my company for decades was a right-handed company. Have you ever thought about your company that way? Are we right-handed or left? Maybe there'd be something to gain by thinking about changing hands. And so I had all the data. Actually, the data over here couldn't get through the corrupted system over here, right? That's how it works, right? This side of the brain over there to that hand. Well, I had to move the data and establish that chain, right? I don't know if that's a good analogy. I'm a guitar player, but I'm doing my best. And I love the fact that I'm here today. I just love it. It was pointed out by our speakers earlier how important this collaboration moment is. And I'll tell you, I do want to play, but I'm going to need your help. Will you help me? Will you collaborate with me?